The morning air in East London was cold enough to make your breath visible, but 14-year-old Aaron pulled his thin coat tighter and started walking. The cracked pavement glistened with frost, and the hum of early buses filled the streets. His trainers, long past their best days, rubbed against his heels as he began the 3-mile trek to school. It wasn't the longest distance in the world, but for Aaron, it was a daily challenge. His family's council flat was far from the bus routes, and money for a travel card was a luxury they couldn't always afford. Some mornings, the temptation to stay home was strong, but Aaron had a dream. He wanted to be an architect, to design buildings that would stand long after he was gone. And dreams, he knew, required showing up. By the time he reached the gates of Holloway Secondary, the streets were busier, cars pulling up, kids stepping out in crisp uniforms. Aaron kept his head down, clutching his worn-out backpack. He wasn't embarrassed by his life, but he didn't want the sideways glances. He just wanted to learn. His teachers had noticed him from the start. Rain or shine, Aaron was there. They'd seen him borrow extra textbooks, stay late to copy notes from the library, and bring the same packed lunch every day, a cheese sandwich wrapped in cling film. What struck them most wasn't just his dedication, but the quiet pride in his eyes when he finally solved a tricky maths problem. One icy Monday morning, Aaron arrived with wet hair and a soaked blazer. The River Thames had misted over, and the streets were slippery. His form tutor, Mrs. Collins, watched him shiver in the classroom. She'd always admired his determination, but that morning something shifted inside her. Later that day, she spoke to the head teacher. "This boy is doing everything he can to succeed. We should meet him halfway." Within weeks, they put together a plan. A local charity that supported underprivileged students agreed to help. Mrs. Collins even reached out to a neighbor who was known for fixing old bikes and giving them away to kids in need. The following Friday, Aaron was called to the head teacher's office. His mum was already there, still in her work uniform from the cleaning job she did at the hospital. Aaron's heart thudded. The head teacher smiled. "Aaron, we've been watching how hard you work, and we're inspired. We've arranged for your school expenses to be covered, uniforms, books, and supplies." "And," he nodded toward the window. "There's something else waiting for you outside." Aaron stepped out into the cold and saw it, a sturdy second-hand bicycle, freshly cleaned, with a lock and helmet beside it. He stared, wide-eyed. Mrs. Collins grinned. "Now you won't have to walk 3 miles each way. You can get here faster, and warmer." His mum covered her mouth, tears in her eyes. Aaron's own vision blurred as his fingers brushed the handlebars. "Thank you," he whispered. From that day, his mornings changed. The long, tiring walk became a smooth ride through the streets of London. He arrived early, warm and ready to learn. His grades climbed even higher, but more importantly, his confidence grew. He felt seen. Years later, Aaron stood on a stage at a London university, wearing a suit and holding a degree in architecture. His speech at the graduation ceremony was short, but it left the audience in silence. "When I was 14, I walked miles to school every day. I thought that was enough, that if I worked hard, I'd make it. But then someone believed in me before I believed in myself. That bicycle wasn't just transport. It was proof that kindness can change the course of someone's life." In the front row, Mrs. Collins clapped through her tears. Aaron smiled, knowing that her small act of compassion had rippled far beyond what she could have imagined. Because sometimes, the road to success is not just walked, it's shared.